Hello, my name's Linda and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and this is my blog up here if you'd like to go and have a look. And today I'm going to be making this little 4x4 insect birthday card, and I'm using the Beetles and Bugs stamp set. And let's have a quick look inside. This is a 2 stamp, so you can see that bit better there. And this is just, I just love this set. As soon as I saw it in the new spring summer catalogue, I knew that I'd have to have this because it's just fantastic. You just sometimes you just fall in love with a stamp set, and this, I have fallen in love with this stamp set. And so let me show you how I made this card. It's very simple. We need some Dapper Denim. This is Dapper Denim card here, and Dapper Denim ink. And I've got pieces cut out here ready to go. So we have a 2-inch punched circle with Whisper White. This is 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch with the Dapper Denim. 3.5 by 3.5 with Whisper White. And then I have done this as an 8x4. So 8x4, and I've scored it in the middle so we can just fold it. And then we have a 4x4 card, which is, you know, really cute, and this is quite easy to do. Let's move these all out of the way. And let's start with the insect. So I've chosen this one, again, same as before. And I'm going to use some black ink for this. And it fits perfectly on here. There we go. And then here's the body, which I'm going to do in Dapper Denim. And this is what I mean by a 2 stamp set. So you get the body, and then you can put the colour in the body. And as I don't want to put my head over, I'm not sure it's going to be in the centre. It's a little bit out, but not to worry. When you do it, make sure you get your head over and you can see what you're doing. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment along the bottom here. And I'm new to Stampin' Up. I've only been a Stampin' Up demonstrator this year, and so I don't have everything yet. So this sentiment, although it is a Stampin' Up sentiment, it is an old one, so you can't get this anymore, but you can put your own sentiments there. I'm sure you've all got plenty. I'm going for Make-A-Wish on this one. So let's start building this up. Just put some glue. I like wet glue. Some people like snail. And I'm going to put that, I'm going to just eyeball it, put it in the middle. There we go. And then this, I'm going to put some, you're going to use some gold thread at the back of this to just make it a little bit more special. If I can find my glue, and here we go. I'm just using some snail glue for this. So put it on, and then just go round. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I always get in a huge muddle when I'm doing this, but I really like the effect of it. I love the gold thread, and you can get this in black, and I think it comes in copper as well. And another idea would be to gold emboss your sentiment. That would be good as well. Okay. And then I'm going to mount this so it just stands up a little bit. There we go. As I said, I don't have the Stampin' Up mounts yet, but I am, in my next order, I'm intending to get some of those. And there he is. And again, just plonk him in the middle. And then more wet glue on the back. Again, if you're brave enough to use the snail glue, that's fine. It's just that I do like to have a little bit of movement if I need it. And there you go. And look how quick and simple this card is. I mean, you could make a whole set of these with different insects. And if you see it on this one, I have put some glossy accents on the body, and I'm not sure if you can see that. So it just looks like an insect. It's like got that nice hard shiny back to it. And there you go. Happy birthday on that one. Make a wish on this one. And I have made some other cards that I'm just going to quickly show you with the same stamp set. This one, which is very similar to this one, but instead of the square, it's 2 circles. And I've also done this one, which is like crumb cake, and I've just stamped insects over the back, tone on tone, and then I've got like a embossed with copper, and again the gold thread. Have some of these out of the way. There's my glue just gone on the floor. And this one, I've just used a variety of the insects on there, and I quite like that one. No sentiment on that one. And this one as well. Well, this one's a little bit more fancy. And I've put a couple of sequins hanging on there. And inside this one, I put some Whisper White and another little beetle there, crawling along the page. And there you go. There's a few ideas, and as I said, this stamp set's so good. Oh, and there's another one. I've forgotten. There's another one here. The grey with the white emboss. I really like that one actually. I've just got loads of ideas. It's just a really, really good stamp set, and I'd recommend it definitely. If you like anything here and you'd like to place an order with me, please go to my Stampin' by the Beach, and my shop's there at the top of my blog. Thank you very much for listening.